on the YouTube, on a chat box, people are saying, Mr. Singh, that the firing started in the Imphal East area, and he says that it started at Gwaltabi area of Imphal East. So, people, they can say anything on YouTube. People can say anything on YouTube, who is involved. But the fact of the matter is that the information where and how it starts spreads. People talk about it. Mr. Singh.
Yeah, are you asking me?
Yes.
Yeah. See, at the moment, if anything can be blamed on each other, because everybody knows that both the groups or the civilian or voluntary defense organization or groups has some kind of arms or maybe some kind of local weapons or something like to defend their own areas. So if some villages are attacked by someone, or even there might be some groups disagreement between them, anything happen, one can blame on one another. For example, I have heard that there are disagreement between Kuki Joe community in Churachandpur districts and Kampobi district, where they can fight among them. So similarly, the same kind maybe happens in the Meitei community also. Now one community may talks about the inter conflict between them. So there are blaming and blame game is going on, from last 4 months. This is one thing which people used to do. If other groups are killed, other community will be blamed, and the one group, the Meiteis, are killed.
Mr. Singh, today there was a release. In response to the concern over the potential misuse of jackets, vests and stickers bearing the word press during the ongoing law and order crisis in Manipur, the state government has taken decisive measure to regulate the use. The misuse of such identifiers by the unauthorized individuals has raised apprehension about security and credibility of reporting related to the crisis.
Yeah, there is a commissioner of the police whom have Mr. Ranjit has given order to everyone. That may be a possibility in every situation now, because people are so much frustrated, and people may use the position, whether the pass or the protections of the press, and entering to the area, they can use any kind of mechanism to enter into any zone, whether it is in the belly area, or whether it is in the the tribal areas, or you can say the hill areas. Even people are alleged that many people are roaming around with the army uniform. Even the many people are roaming around in the police uniform also. So there are so many narrative and so many kind of things can be happens randomly. That shows that there is no check and balance in the state. There is no questions of identification. There is no questions of checking in the hill or in the plain. Main problem is there is no communication or coordination between the forces, whether it's a central force or whether will be the state force. So in between there is no check, security check or identifications in the whole valley, in the whole hills.
Mr.
That is
Hawkins,
the
is it
big
correct?
problem and concern for
Is
for
it
the whole
correct? Lack of
process.
coordination?
Yeah, absolutely.
Mr.
Absolutely.
Hawkins?
That's why the confrontation is there. Why the two forces which are there for protection of the people, civilian in the society, are fighting each other? I am telling you, there are a lot of examples. Kartike, you have seen that from the beginning, on the starting May, there are confrontation between Assam Rifle and Sugunu police. There's a confrontation in a Kangboy area. There's a confrontation in Palen area, where you have already quoted. There is ultimate fighting was started between the Assam Rifle and the Manipur
No,
police.
that is
Why it is
why
happening?
today I thought that is why I thought I'll take up this topic today. That every fourth day you have an sporadic, unconnected event of killing, ambush, violence, people getting hurt. But the fact of the matter is the coordination on the ground is wanting, isn't it, Haukib ji?
Definitely, why talk about coordination when they are confronting one another? And if you look into the situation right now, we have been creating buffer zones, right? Buffer zones between the valley and the hills. And in order to maintain peace, both the groups are asked not to venture into the other side of the buffer line. And today, the valley groups, they have crossed this, or they have broken this principle and ventured into the hills and even killed three people now. And if the law and order mechanism is working, the police should investigate and find out who are the perpetrators. So this has to be solved in order to start some semblance of normalcy. Otherwise, it's about two meme, the same thing that happens, because the police, right from the beginning, have been divided. And many video evidence shows that the police has been siding with one community, and that's totally unacceptable, and they have been a part of this violence instead of protecting the defenseless civilians. In many cases, they have been involved in the kind of arson and violence. So if we are talking about law and order, then we have to go back and look into all those issues. And we have to call all those police officers who are involved in it, and take actions. Otherwise, without such kind of accountability, then law and order is a fragile in Manipur, and the situation will continue to happen this way, with this kind of impunity
There
that
are
has been
bright spots also. There are
as
bright
well as the.
spots also, Mr. Haukim. I'll show it to you. A lot of people say that things are not happening. There's a joint operation by Assam Rifles and Manipuris, which was launched in the general area of village Kholmun in Churachandpur, and they recovered a cache of weapons, 10 weapons, M4 assault rifles, 9mm carbine, 2 single barrel rifles, 4 9mm pistols to improve mortar ammunition, and warlike stores were recovered. So this is the joint operation of the Manipur police and Assam Rifles. It's a good beginning. Because ask me, I'm sick and tired of standoff visuals, and now at least this has happened. If I've been putting all the news, I think it's my responsibility to put this news on air. But something is working. At least milke to kaam ho raha hai. So if you report the other side of the story, I'm sorry I'm interrupting you, because when I do that, a lot of people send me these things, and I put them on air just to say, because my show is interactive. Yes, I'm putting it on air. This is the joint operation by Manipur Police and Assam Rifles, and it has yielded result. Uh, General Sivaji,
the,
what?
the joint,
Haukimji, yeah, you go on,
yeah,
then I'll, yes.
yeah, as you have indicated, the joint operation is working in the hills. Then why did it not happen in the valley, where more than 4,000 arms and ammunition, 5 lakh of it has been not recovered? Let them have a joint operation. Why police in the valley is not cooperating, always fighting with the Assam Rifles and other paramilitary forces? This is the question that has to be posed. This is the serious question. If they cannot work together, how can they restore law and order in the valley? So, like the Assam Rifles and police, Manipur police in Churachandpur and other places working together and recovering, arms and ammunitions which the civilians has in position, they should try to recover all those arms and ammunitions. And regarding the so-called SOO groups that has been always alleged, they are under certain rules with the government of India and Manipur, and they can be taken to task. They can be asked. They can be restrained in their camps. So that's very clear. So we have to look into how law and order works in the valley, because
Okay,
that's the majority of the attacks, the majority of the impunity happens in Imphal Valley.
okay, okay. General Sivachi, and then Dr. Singh, you. General Sivachi.
you know See, the point is that the unified command is basically been working, and now though it is not working under army commander, but it is still working. And this has got organs, it has got all forces available, whether it is army, Assam Rifle, Center Armored Police Force, and also the Manipur police. Now if they are conducting a joint operation, I think that is what step in the right direction. That's what we have been also suggesting, that there should be a joint operation which should be conducted. and all these weapons which are still at large must be procured by. And what the information which you are feeding us, I suppose it is a step in the right direction. But the allegation which have been put by my co-panelists that is it happening in one side only? I suppose it has to happen both sides, valley also as well as hill, and the completely the area should be sanitized. Coordinate search operation to be done, combing operation need to be done, and this weapon has to come out of society. The moment the weapons will come out of society, you find the violence level reducing tremendously, and then the peace talks can prevail. And also seal the border between Manipur and Myanmar so that no new weapon can come. See, if this is done over a period of time, you will find automatically violence level coming. And irrespective whether it is hills or plains, there has to be coordination, cooperation between all the organs of unified command, including police, Assam Rifle, army, and the other paramilitary force. I think they are now moving. They are trying to now have more unison. There has to be more coordination, and they are trying. This news of recovering these weapons is a very
General
positive
Sivaj,
side, very encouraging, and
one
must carry on.
this is very encouraging. Yes, this is very encouraging. And I always say, if I'm showing one side of the news, I will show the other side of the news. And I'm showing this news that Manipur Police and Assam Rifles jointly carried out this operation. Maybe other operation must have missed my eyes, because I remember 2 months ago there was continuous debate, Assam Rifle versus Manipur Police, this and that. But then we have this press release by them that they have done it jointly, and I congratulate them. There is one such, I know, Mr. Singh, you want to come in. One of the commentators have a question, and I'm sure he has it for General Sivaj. He says, solution is to remove all village defense volunteers. No civilians can be allowed weapons in any condition, both sides. Is this a, what sort of a suggestion is this?
No, this suggestion has got a lot of meaning. What they are trying to convey is that in case the village defense council has got weapon, they are being used against the other one. But the question comes is why there are weapons with the village defense council? Because they feel that they will be attacked, and to protect the village, they have got these weapons. So the moment you start taking out these weapons from both sides, then there won't be requirement having a weapon in the village defense council, and everyone should be taken out. My point is, from day one, I'm telling that if you have weapon in the society society charge, and they very difficult to now bring peace. The moment you do cordon search operation, the way it has been done by Assam Rifle and Manipur Police, which is step in the right direction, and if these weapons are withdrawn from the society, you'll find the violence level reducing, and then the confidence building can be there. Confidence building measure can be taken. Peace talk can be there between both the communities, and the church can be also involved. So I suppose that is the way to go forward. And to me, it looks like that they are start working. There is more coordination, cooperation between Assam Rifle and police. Remember, anyone who is operating, who has more intelligence is the police. But they have to be objective and unbiased, because they are operating there. And Assam Rifle also to some extent has got local intelligence, because they are also operating not only against the militants, but they have some sort of information. My take is, take out these weapons, do cordon search operation, and also try to now go after those militant groups on the both sides. Those militant groups which were sitting idle have got activated, and they have weapons available with them. So I suppose the requirement is cordon and search, combing operation, get these weapons, seal Manipur and Myanmar border, try to bring peace, have more confidence building measure, let the two societies, communities sit down together, work out a peace plan, and also involve the religious teacher both sides. I suppose that is a step in right direction, and that's the way to go.